You work for a company and it's catering, correct?
Yeah, so I work for a company called Campus Cooks, and we do catering at sororities and fraternities around the country. I am the Pacific Northwest regional chef, and I am in town up from Eugene, filling in at a sorority here at Oregon State.
Which sorority?
I'm at Chi Omega.
Chi Omega. I know nothing about them. I was in a fraternity once, but
Right
that was a
on.
long time ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't when I was in school, and it was definitely an experience learning the Greek scene kind of on the fly. But
You know, in the fraternities, they make all the pledges. They make us cook and do all these weird things, right?
So our whole point is we do kitchen management, so you don't have to. Now we
There you
do still have new members at fraternities to wash dishes and stuff like that. But
Well, yeah, they have to learn, right?
Oh, yeah.
They have to have hands like a real chef, right?
yeah, kitchen hands, asbestos hands.
Cracked hands, which
Yeah.
my hands are always cracked. I'm a chef as well. I do all natural and plant-based recipes. I create
cool.
my own recipes, so
Okay.
I'd love to cook with you sometime if you're available.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up here just during the week, but you know.
Where do you guys have a kitchen here?
The sororities and fraternities have their kitchens on site.
And so when you go to the kitchens, so my experience with this,
Yeah.
what you're doing, was that it would get delivered to our fraternity.
Okay.
So you actually go to the fraternity, it's a sorority in this case,
Yeah.
and you cook there.
Yes, so the one I'm working at, we have a full range flat top, 4-burner stove, 2 ovens.
Oh, they have beautiful
walk-in
kitchens.
refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea why it was delivered to us and they didn't cook it there, but
Yeah.
that's the way it was done where I was.
Yeah, and then with my role, I generally, sometimes I'll literally just get pointed in a direction and they'll say, go cook, and I go to a kitchen I've never been to, and it has an inventory I've never seen, and
So who creates the recipe? Who creates the menu? The sorority or you?
We leave it up to the chef.
You're the chef?
We correspond with the sororities. We'll have a menu meeting once a week. And then one of my roles is to go in and just make sure everybody's menus are up to par.
So I guess I'm trying to understand this. I do understand it, but I'm trying to understand it for the people who are watching right now. You have a meeting with the executives with the sorority, right?
Yes, so we call it the kitchen liaison, which is one of the members, and then also the house director, especially for sororities, generally have house directors. And all of the members are also invited to come to the meeting. So it's really sort of an open forum.
And then they tell you what they would like to eat, or do they tell you what kind of diets they have?
So that is something that they put in at the beginning of each semester, and then the chef works around the diets and requests of the house.
Requests.
The things they'd like to see, multiple things: pescatarians, vegetarians.
What was the first thing you said? What was the first one?
Pescatarians.
What's that?
Technically it means that they just eat fish, but
That's it?
Well, when you get down, the literal translation is you just eat fish, but their main source of protein is from fish.
Okay. Vegetarians that eat fish. Vegans that eat fish.
Pescatarians eat fish.
Okay, I'm trying to understand the word, so I'm trying to put it in a way that I and other people understand. Pescatarian.
Pescatarian. Pesca means fish.
Okay.
And they get their protein from fish. So the animals that they eat are fish.
And then
But they don't eat chicken. But they'll eat. So I guess kind of you have your vegans as sort of a baseline, and then step up from there your vegetarians with
right.
dairy and eggs.
Yep.
Pescatarian, they'll eat fish.
Or above that.
We have
no, not above that. I'm sorry, but that on the ladder that we're creating right now, as far as going towards, eating animals and animal products.
Members that don't eat red meat, so they'll eat fish and they'll eat chicken.
Correct.
And then and for certain observances, people that don't eat pork and things like that. Some people just don't take on
Absolutely,
swine.
yeah, absolutely.
And then you have people who are open to really any sort of protein.
And so you create this menu that kind of caters to all of these different diets, correct?
Yes.
And this is something that's normal for chefs, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And you learned it by?
So I am a not classically trained chef. I apprenticed for a gentleman out in Boulder, Colorado for a few years, and And
That's a high five from two not classically trained chefs.
absolutely, but it's cool. It's still a trade, so you can definitely still work your way work your way up.
Yeah, I love working with other chefs. I especially love working in kitchens with the kitchen staffs.
Oh yeah.
Have you been able to do that, or how's that going?
That's a big part of my role. The fall semester, I've been with the company for a few years now. Fall semester is usually really hectic. Things generally tend to level out in the spring. So
is that the way it is this year, though, or do you think you're going to be leveling up as masks come off and things like that, right?
We will see. We are having some staffing and logistics issues, just like many industries right now.
Absolutely, yes.
So
especially our industry.
Yes, especially our industry, and very much right now is I've been working as the active chef at accounts that need support.
Do you know why I'm doing this?
I have no idea.
So I had to close my restaurant.
Okay.
And I found myself needing something to do, but wanting to connect with our profession, wanting to connect in a way that other people haven't done it before. And so I'm going to different areas where a lot of people don't go, like Corvalis, Oregon.
Yeah.
Finding and meeting people like you, and then getting their stories on this video profile that I'm doing for my YouTube channel.
All right. Well, can I find it and then watch myself later and look at all the
absolutely, it's healthy
faces that I'm making?
I will make you look very handsome.
Thanks.
Trust me. Actually, I should take a picture next to you, then you'll look extremely handsome.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anything next to me will look great. No, it's Healthy by Heath.
Okay.
All one word. Mm-hmm. And if you do a comma after healthy, you're going to get 10 million other things because they're more popular. Yeah. You know how it is.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to build that from the ground up. Build that fan base.
And what was your name?
Trey.
Trey.
Yeah.
And you are Chef Trey or Chef?
Chef Trey.
Chef Trey.
Me, yeah.
And are you always in Corvallis, or do you work around Oregon?
I am in charge of a dozen accounts between Washington, Idaho, and Oregon.
They were very smart to hire you.
Oh, thank you.
I can already tell.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sucker my way into cooking with you eventually this week.
We will say it's been hectic, but I am here all week.
And so we're going to exchange contact information now. So you should probably go, and I'll be back with more. Hopefully, cooking with this gentleman soon.